Good morning or afternoon, wherever you may be in this world. Welcome in and welcome back. Welcome, Cooters and ex-Hidden Gems, to my live stream. Welcome to Everyday with Jay. I'm your host, Jay. Good to see you guys today. I'm a poet and I didn't even know it. No, seriously, I hope you guys are having a great Thursday. Tomorrow is Friday. Fuck yeah. It's almost the weekend, folks. You're almost there. Just hold on. One more day. Just hold on.
The lawn crime.
I had to wake you guys up. Hello, Proud for Hello, Potato. Good to see you. We missed you last night. I know you were snoozing. We did a night stream last night. Can you cover Lauren and John on Delphi too? I've got so many watch laters saved. I've got Lauren, because I watched her during Delphi. Now I feel like I need to deprogram myself. But yes, I have that. I have some Koberger coverage they did. I have Dr. John talking to Stacey Wondra that I want to cover. I've got so much. There's just like not enough time. Nikki, thank you for being a member for a month, a cooter, rather. Ex-Hidden Gems equal Hidden Cooters. There you go. It's pitch black and nearly 5 p.m. I know. I'm like ready for bed by 8 o'clock at night. For real. You were thinking about all the cases you watched on our channel, right? And you got John, now who looks like a total quack. Thank you, Nikki, for your 1 month of cootership. And thank you, Crimology, for becoming a member today. Welcome to Cooterville. Everybody.
Wake up.
Okay, so let me introduce our show today. So I've got a lot on the docket today. We're going back in time with Lauren Matthias. We're going back to 2012. We're starting with 2012. We're going into her single life, her single Mormon life, and her articles that she wrote. Then we're going to go to a little bit of her reporting. And then I thought it would be fun to throw a little lingo in this Thursday afternoon. Can I get some turkeys for a lingo game today? I think we should just go ahead and do it. Wow, those were really loud. I hope that woke you up. I'd pay Dr. Babe to never come near me. Same. The interview with Chad Daybell's sister-in-law, Heather. I don't think I ever watched that because I was never enthralled with the family of Chad or Lori. Like, I mean, not enthralled, but you know what I mean? Like the Daybells, I just never was into their family. Lori's family, yes. The Cox family, yes. Hi, Penny. Hey, Tara. But like the Daybell family, I never really cared to listen to. And I always felt like that Heather Daybell really didn't know what was going on. But maybe I'm wrong. I might be completely wrong because I never watched it. So I don't know much about Heather Daybell. The last name Daybell, I just don't want to know anymore. Like it's already just, The Cox family was more than enough for me. The Cox family values were more than enough for me to dive into. Hey, Brian. Hey, Cassandra. Hey, Teresa D. Momo. Caltato. Thanks for joining today. Thanks for coming back over, Betsy. Heather Daybell does not fit in that group. Okay. See, I don't know her. But what I do know, Michelle DeMathis, I do know that we have modernmormonmen.com from 2012. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be doing a little bit of reading for you guys. So we're going to be putting on our listening ears. Jay is going to go off camera while she reads. And we're going to have a good day today. We are. I can feel it. I can just feel it's going to be a good stream. So the first thing we're going to take a look at is modernmormonmen.com. We've got 2 of these, believe it or not. And this is from Monday, March 5th, 2012. Guest post, single, 32, and Mormon. So it says, have something to say. Anybody can submit a guest post. So she just sent this in on her own free will. And it says, Lauren Johnson received her degree in journalism from the University of Utah and served as a Mormon mission in Cleveland, Ohio. And we learned a little bit about that in the Mormon stories that I've seen. I haven't seen it all. I know that you guys want to review it. Thank you, Potato, for your super sticker. Thank you so much. Coming in hot. But she told us about her missionary. What's up, Andy? Andy says, hold up, hold the phone. Indigo, you're scared. I'm kind of scared too. Yes, that's her. Hey, Crusha. Crusha in the house. I'm so far behind on life. What's wrong, Andy? So listen, she was in Ohio doing a missionary trip. And that was when she broke into the library with said friend or missionary buddy or whatever, partner. And she found like the book that had all these wives of Joseph Smith. Remember that story? She's very pretty back then, huh? Very natural. Good morning, Harley. Oh, Sleuthy. And remember the article I found that she wrote herself, reported on herself, of having her identity stolen on a dating site? Ugh, this girl. What's up, Felicia? Hey, girl. Okay, so let's read. I'm not going to be looking at chat for a few minutes. Lauren Johnson received her degree in journalism from the University of Utah and served as a Mormon mission in Cleveland, Ohio. A laid-off television reporter. She currently resides in Salt Lake City. Lauren is an avid blogger. You can find her at laurenruthie.blogspot.com. She's also a tweeter at Lauren Ruthie. Yes, this is Lauren Matthias right here. Yes, this is her. That's her. 100% her. Why'd she fuck her face up, y'all? Why'd she do that to herself? She's a tweeter. So let's see if the blog spot still exists. Dare I click on it? Let's see. Oh, it's invited readers only. You have to be invited. Permission denied. Okay, so here we go. Single, 32, female, and Mormon. Okay, so it might not be that unusual anymore. 30 years ago, I could have still been thrown into the old maid category. Thank heavens times have changed. Now it's hip to be single. In a Sex in the City sort of way. Or rather, makeouts in the city. Or how about modern Mormon makeouts in the city? Remember she said, I didn't even kiss him. Didn't even kiss him. I was in the bed, I didn't kiss him. Yes, that's it. And just like Carrie from our favorite Single City show, I get to wear Manolo Blahnik heels and a Marc Jacobs dress with added sleeves. Which makes me think that maybe this should be called Modern Mormon Makeouts in the City. In an economically hipster sort of way. Since most of my clothes are vintage finds from Deseret Industries. and a few H&M hand-me-downs that slightly resemble a Marc Jacobs dress in a cheap, not so Marc Jacobs sort of way. What? So she's saying she was broke, dude. She can't afford the Marc Jacobs, but she going to H&M, getting H&M hand-me-downs and all kinds of shit. What's up, Idiot Wind? And with all that being said, now I'm back to wondering if it is really hip to be Mormon, single, and in a city far from the size of Manhattan, when I don't even have enough money for those dreamy heels. Sure, the makeouts are great, but I think something else, perhaps, maybe, could be better. Just saying. Why is it then that the leaders of the church who really, wait, that deserves caps, really want all of us single peeps who have taken the Y out of YSA to get married, buy a house, and settle down, not had a greater impact on us? Instead, single adults, here on to forth referred to as SAs, have continually remained SAs. Why? What in the world is keeping us single? Since I am from the Google generation and feel worthy of all answers, I've tried my best to come up with a decent list. Hold on, let me fix this. It goes something like this. I don't know. Timing. Commitment issues. I haven't found the right one. In love with the wrong one. The right one dumped me. Trying too hard. Not trying hard enough. People like to break up with me. Not a lot of Mormons where I live. Can't get over the last relationship. No idea. Maybe I'm not marriage material. Too busy. Sexual orientation. I like my freedom. Addictions. I don't know. Just have issues, I guess. Don't have a clue. God has other plans. Career oriented. I'm intimidating. I'm intimidated. I don't know. This list might not have been that helpful. If you skipped it, more power to you. Perhaps answer entitlement is failing us here. I know I sometimes fall into the trap of blaming Romeo for not wanting to marry me or Fabio for not wanting to take me on that second date. But is playing the blame game and this attempt for finding answers helping? I'm not sure it is. It seems to only imply that something is wrong and that it needs to be fixed. And I think the idea that must be fixed if we are an SA has got to go. Again, thank heavens the old maid term is dated. But is this unending search for reason any better? Here's what I do know or believe. I believe SAs see a happy marriage as appealing. We see the benefits in the majority of SAs that I know have a deep desire to find that special someone, eternal companion. I believe the constant drive and pressure for us to get married isn't necessarily helping. I think it dampens the mood and brings unended pressure in our quest for a compatible and happy relationship or happy companionship. It doesn't feed our faith or hope. Rather, it feeds fear and angst. It leaves us wondering what's wrong with us, when instead we should be focusing on what is right with the people we are dating or could potentially date. What year did she marry Dr. John? Hey, boo. Lulu boo. Did she marry him in 2013? Because she wrote this shiz in the fall or in the spring of 2012. When did she marry him? Single people are indeed happy. All right, some aren't. But some married people aren't either. I do have a wonderful life. And I do feel sort of hip. I am looking for someone special to share it with. But in the meantime, I'm sharing it with very special people. Numerous friends who are a big part of my life and feel almost like a family. We take care of and support each other. I get to build my life, accomplish goals, and conquer dreams without having to let go of a desire to one day find someone who would add to my life in a very special way. Although there is growing acceptance towards single adults, I often get the question, why aren't you married, Lauren? Sometimes it's worse, and continues with, you're pretty enough. You'd think a guy would just snag you up. If marriage in my generation is about being snagged, then yes, there would be more of us married. But I think that is exactly what is so beautiful about this modern Mormon make out in the city movement. As appealing as marriage is with all of its benefits, we are determined to get married because we fall in love with the right person. Because it adds to our life and not because we need to multiply and replenish or uphold a priesthood responsibility. Those things might be part of the many blessings of the eternal matrimony, but SAs also realize there is so much more to figure out. We respect the eternal marriage vow and the blessings that come with it so much that we are passionate about waiting for that perfect someone. But don't worry, we're older, wiser, and we're jaded. We don't believe perfect means perfection. Most of us have lost any belief in a soulmate. The older, single LDS crowd, we're a bunch of realists who believe in timing, compatible personalities, independence, a peaceful companionship, and therapy. I feel some leaders in the church wish they could just arrange marriages for us and get this Mormon population growing and headed towards the celestial kingdom. I think a few SAs wish it too, but some are more complex. We have dreams, aspirations, ADD, and a desire to not end up like our parents or end up just like them. Help us in this journey, please. No more condemning. Be proud of what, as single adults, we can accomplish and are accomplishing. Realize the desire to marry is in most all of us. Encourage us and support us. Feed us with faith and not with fear. Help us when we ask for advice, but don't push the wrong questions. My personal answer as to why I'm not married, I don't know. I really don't. And I'm okay with that answer. For some, it happens blissfully and easily at 23. For others, God has other plans. We might not be as hip as Carrie Bradshaw, but I think this generation of single Mormon adults doing great things and staying faithful should be celebrated. I know I couldn't be more proud. I'm having a blast. My name is Lauren Johnson. I'm single. I'm 32, and I'm female, and I'm Mormon. I have no words, just so you know. She married Dr. John a year after this. This is wild. Oh, she married John in 2016? Oh, okay. Oh, my goodness. And then if she was 32 here, remember when she said, I didn't even kiss that guy. I was in the bed. The guy was my doctor. I was 29. That was only 3 years prior to writing this. Let's move on to the next one. Here's another guest post. Are you ready? Same photo. And it says she's a laid off journalist. So in 2012, she labeled herself as being laid off.
Say thank you.
Yeah, here?
Thank you.
Laid the fuck off. In the Pines, thank you for your super chat. I'm so glad someone is finally reading this. I've been screaming from the rooftops that this is a window into her soul. Thank you so much, Pines. All right, you guys ready for the next guest post? Getting a little passionate this morning with the comment section. This is August 1st, 2012. Yes, this is Walren. You might see this picture in the future, maybe. You know, Jesse Weber likes to show old photos.
On Prime Crime.
That's her. She was really pretty. Yep, she was laid off. So I don't know. Y'all can decipher that shit. Okay, so it says Lauren Johnson received her degree in journalism from the University of Utah. It's the same thing. A laid off television reporter. She resides in Salt Lake City. She's an avid blogger. Whew. Okay, hang on. I got to fix my screen because that bothers me when it's like that. Okay. Each morning, it's the same. I wake up, roll over, drink my cup of water sitting on my bedside table, placed there the night before, and then grab my phone and read the news. Deseret News, Salt Lake Tribune, Google News, and CNN are my basic morning go-tos. Well, we know she always wanted to be a CNN reporter. She told Susan Hendricks that, right? Before I go further, last night was a more difficult night. I laid in bed and worried about my future. Uncertainty weighed on me. I think I can say I was genuinely frightened. Fear is a very real feeling, one to be dealt with, but I believe unnecessary in achieving anything that one wants in life. Fear is the opposite of faith. That sums it up. And although I understand this, sometimes fear creeps up on me and I have to face it. I don't try to run away from my fear because it will always catch up to me. Instead, I embrace it. I hold it close, as if it were a child with nowhere to go. And I try to understand and listen to what it has to say. I repeat back to my fear what it tells me to make sure I understand. I have a conversation with my fear. Yesterday, I felt the fear of giving up what I thought was my dream career in reporting. I felt the fear of not having a job I loved and not making enough money to support myself or those I love. And then I felt the fear of what ifs, of marriage and love. What if I never got married? What if I didn't become a mother?
The law and crime.
There were a few tears, but after talking it out, I felt a bit better, safer, and I fell asleep. Back to this morning. I woke up. I drank my water. I grabbed my phone and started reading. The first headline that caught my eye was from the Deseret News. Number of older women having babies continues to grow. I read the article with happiness. I could tell that my fear had snuck off while I slept. It seemed I had given my fear enough comfort and enough listening and love that he was good to skip off and do his own thing for a while rather than continue tormenting me. The article definitely described the negatives of later motherhood. Things Fear and I have talked about before. Energy and health, fertility, generational gaps. But it also talked about the benefits that made me so happy. That children with older parents have higher IQs, better vocabularies, better opportunities, and security. And that parents of older children often live longer. The thing that made me the most happy was realizing that it was normal. I knew this. Of course I knew this. Gosh, I only know thousands of ladies and gentlemen just like me in the Salt Lake Valley alone. Older parenting is the new normal. I'm not alone. Then I went to the comment section. I'm a comment junkie. I ought to stop. It's like reality television for the newspaper reader. Some dude with the screen name Rock On wrote some lame stuff. Actually, I take that back. It wasn't lame. It was out of touch. Sort of like his screen name. He said things like this, with added inserts from me. You make it sound like it's a new way to live. Yes, have the child, but don't delude on anyone into thinking that's where society is headed. It's a poor overall choice. Those who have held off on having a child earlier than when they could seem to be the epitome of the me generation. Then he says, not talking about ladies who never found the right guy. That's an exception. So Lauren comments, well, thanks, Rock On. Then who are you talking about? Then Rock On says, as a woman gets older, her eggs become far more likely to have a child with birth defects such as Down syndrome. Lauren responds, no shit, Sherlock. And he goes on to comment, again, so long as older parents are the quirky part of the stats, that's fine. But those comments about 40 is the new 20 are idealistic and absurd for a country that would be the death knell. Ultimately, the country will cease to exist. As a last resort, it's good to see a woman be able to successfully have a child at 40, but it is nothing to crow about and nothing to make it like it is now the new normal. So I just responded in my renewed strength of the morning, with a newfound bravery to move forward and accomplish my goals with fear off in the distance. I gave my 2 cents on the ever classy comment board. And here's her comment. It comes from Lauren Ruthie, Salt Lake City, Utah. Rock On says, it's nothing to crow about and nothing to make like it is now the new normal. Lauren says, I think this statement is simply wrong and out of touch. I'm a single 32-year-old woman, never married, LDS even. And I am the normal in Salt Lake City. Wait, what? Huh? She's a single 32-year-old woman, never married. Wait a second. What about Henderson? What happened to Lauren Henderson? So she's lying about being married. Do we know if Henderson was a Mormon? I heard, and this is just a rumor, I heard that her first husband literally put her on an airplane and said, move away from me. That's what I heard. I don't know when she married the first husband. Very little is known about that. She does live in Henderson, I think. Yeah. Well, she wrote a whole book on her first husband. But here she's saying never married, and she LDS. There are thousands of us. We're not single and childless because of selfishness or free-thinking views. We never planned for it to be this way, but have discovered it's the new normal because we're far from alone. We are women who will make incredible mothers and have the dream to be mothers. Now we are thinking and must think outside the box to find hope in having and raising children at an older age. For the benefit of society and community, everyone should understand this and join with us because we will be the best kind of mothers. And our children are this country's future. Later marriage rates, later parenthood. This is statewide and countrywide. This is the new normal. To think otherwise is ignorance. The most incredible mothers will be older mothers. We need to be looking at the best ways to make this work for everyone's sake. And now that I've commented and now that I've blogged, I'm going to take the wise advice my mother gave me last week. When solving a problem, pray or Google it. I'm doing both. Today's going to be productive. I can tell. Great advice from your mom. Pray or Google it. Don't bother me, in other words, with your shit, Lauren. Why aren't you married? That's probably what her mom was saying. Lauren, why aren't you married? You're 32 years old. Why aren't you married? Pray or Google, y'all. So there she is, 32 years old. And we are going to move on to the Salt Lake Tribune. This is going to be, I got to go up to the top to get the date. October 7th, 2013. October 7th, 2013. Those were the two previous ones were 2012. So this is about singles in the LDS Church, and this is Lauren's segment here. It says misperceptions. Lauren Henderson, who recently married, so this is 2013, so it looks like she married John in 2013. Lauren Henderson. Or is this when she married Henderson? What do you guys think? Hold on, let me fix the screen. God almighty. I need y'all to be able to see this. Okay. Lauren Henderson, who recently married. So she must have married him in 2013. Okay. She was married to Henderson then. Misperceptions. So she found a husband after the 2012 blogs. Who recently married applauds the LDS Church's efforts to help its singles. I don't know another singles group, she writes in an email from the Dominican Republic, with as many opportunities to meet and mingle as LDS singles. Still, says Henderson, who spent a number of years in a mid-singles ward, the message too often is about what they lack rather than what they bring to the Mormon community. In one church service Henderson attended as a single, an LDS High Councilman's wife felt sad for the singles because, unlike her family ward, the unwed didn't have any mission presidents or general authorities among their congregation, since top Mormon leaders are always married or widowed. Lauren says, I looked around at the congregation full of friends and saw the woman who started and ran a nonprofit in Salt Lake City, the successful journalist, the CEO of a successful company, and multiple graduate degrees, Henderson said. I thought to myself, many people don't have a ward full of exceptional, talented people like the people I'm surrounded by right now. She loved the camaraderie and courage of other singles. Quote, we came without the push of a spouse or parents. We picked one another up and carpooled. We encouraged our friends to be there, she says. I was myself sitting between two friends who were trying to come back to church and feel accepted. Singles love the gospel, but feel they don't belong. Their testimonies are strong and fragile at the same time. I wonder how many chose not to come back again after those remarks that day. Mormonism is about uplifting each other, Henderson says, not beating anyone down. We don't really need advice on dating. I think we have that covered. As much as we need uplifting gospel message, love, and support. And I think that's it for her on this one. So it says here that according to a Facebook group discussing Mormon singles, they have said they're damaged in some way. You can tell because they're single. They go inactive because they're having secret sex. Or those that don't go inactive are a threat to other people's marriages. And that they should dedicate their lives to LDS church service because they have a lot of free time and nothing better to do. So Lauren was feeling the pressure, I feel like, of getting married and having a family. I don't know, True Crime Kate. All right. So the next thing that we have, let's see, is this. Wait, hold on. Let's see what year this is. 2015. And this is 2015. Okay, so We have another page. This is from medium.com. This is Lauren Johnson, reporter anchor. So she must have already been divorced by 2015 from Henderson because she was back to Lauren Johnson. And it says Lauren Johnson is a television reporter currently working in Boise with both the local ABC and Fox affiliates. She's got 4 years experience finding, writing, shooting, and editing stories for local broadcasts. Listen to this. She also has experience producing and anchoring. She has a degree in journalism from the University of Utah and has taken journalism classes at Harvard University. That's the first time I've ever heard that she took classes at Harvard. Lauren has a love for people, and her current new director, Grendel Levy, shares Lauren's excels in getting powerful interviews because of her empathy and understanding. Lauren has a knack for developing relationships with sources, making them feel comfortable, and then ending up with an exclusive interview. That's called manipulation. We saw her use that with Kay, with Kresh's family. Took classes at, didn't receive a degree. Right. Hey, Robbie. Hey, Eve. Harvard extension classes. Okay. Anybody can do that? I did not know that. I thought Dr. John went to Harvard or Princeton. Was it Princeton? It was one of those. You get a certificate. My cousin took a course at Harvard. She wasn't enrolled. I gotcha. I didn't know you could do that. So Lauren is also a great writer, and I rarely have to edit her work. She is best live in the field and is effective at breaking news, communicating events effectively. She exercises strong news judgment in advancing, researching, and continuing interesting stories. Lauren loves being with friends, writing, and eating delicious food. Brunch? Yes, please. She also loves to travel. She's visited all 50 states and 18 countries. She put together a documentary in Thailand. She did? Where's the documentary put together in Thailand? Has been scuba diving in Belize. And has lived in both Australia and Israel, where she studied religion. Did anyone know this? Is this true? I'm waiting. Could Grayson be Lauren's sister wife? I don't know, Angel. What the fuck? She's been to every state? Jammers. I don't know. That would change everything. She's got an in-ground pool. Yeah, what the fuck? She's visited all 50 states and 18 countries, put together a documentary in Thailand, and has scuba dived in Belize and lived in Australia and Israel, where she studied religion. She didn't say that in her Mormon stories, huh? Kelly Mack says, I want receipts. Me too, Kelly Mack. Thank you for your super chat.
I want to say thank you for making it happen.
That should have been in the
Thank
Mormon
you.
stories, I would think. We definitely need to go over Mormon stories now. Do you guys want to see this picture? Look at this one. This, talk about not looking like her. I'm going to blow this up. Hold on. Hold the phone. Talk about not looking like Lauren Johnson at all. Right there. There you go. I don't think it's true. I don't believe it. She did mention that, Zuzu. I'm going to have to see it myself. Hear it myself. I mean, how's someone going to prove that? You know what I mean? It's all shit you can't prove. I'd like to see this documentary. She said her family moved to Romania when she was a baby. I know. Who cares if she scuba dove? Dived. Sister of the Moon says, I didn't hear that and I watched it. So this is 2015. July of 2015. All right, so let's shrink this back down. No pun intended. John. Let me fix this. But wait, there's more. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, so now we're going to go back here. And we're going to watch this video. Let's see. This is Lauren Johnson, Resume Reel. Holla.
We also have environmentalist groups out there hoping to
Hold on. Let's watch it on YouTube so it's bigger.
National Park, saying that they hope that President Obama realizes what a great state the gem state is.
Roland and Michelle, the body was found right over here and recovered right behind that wood plank there that you see. The Ada County Coroner's Office is working on discovering the cause of death. We still don't know who this person is, but here's what we do know.
So how much is too much? Every day at work, I call, email, and text the people I'm interviewing. Then I use GPS to get from place to place. When I'm there, I'm taking pictures with my phone, and then I'm tweeting them back to Idaho on Your Side and Facebooking. If I didn't have my phone at work, I might really... Oh, hello? Oh, hey there.
I'm that reporter standing outside right now recommending that everyone stay inside. It took me an hour to get from Nampa to Boise. The roads are really bad. Here I am at Kid Fort.
You can even play on some of these ice sculptures. And this one is actually a functioning bar. Oh, that's cold.
Then when 10 a.m. hits, you'll see this sign right here.
But I'm going to make sure to take a break right now and give
Yeah, she looks so different. Her nose, everything. She looks like a different person. That's weird, man. I've never seen someone look so different like that.
this a try.
We've learned that President Obama is coming only a day after giving the State of the Union address.
This is the truck that the suspect was in when it rolled. Idaho State Police showed on your side video taken of the dash cam when that truck rolled. Now the suspect actually gets out after the truck rolls and takes off on foot.
This is actually the very spot the Boise Police Department believe the suspects fired multiple shots into homes in this neighborhood. The bullets went as far as going through the back door right there, through the kitchen. The woman who lives in that home tells us that it shattered a salsa bottle on her kitchen table where she had just finished.
A salsa bottle? Not the Chi-Chi's salsa. Come on, Warren.
Tells us that it shattered a salsa bottle on her kitchen table where she had just finished eating dinner. And then the suspects sped off.
I'm not trying to laugh about it. I don't even know what made it shatter. Did a bullet hit the fucking salsa?
I shouldn't be judged by what's between my legs.
DW said,
What the fuck? Lauren. How old is this girl? I shouldn't be judged by what's between my legs. What kind of an intro to a fucking report is that? Good God. And why does that girl look like Julia the dog handler? If you know, you know. What the fuck, y'all? Vonda, you're coming in, I'm cussing. Dr. Vonda, oh my God.
I shouldn't be judged by what's between my legs.
DW says she always felt different.
When people called me he, I would insist that I was a she.
Her father, Tim, saw the same things.
Every time I turned around, another Barbie doll would show up. I don't even know where they kept coming from.
The fuck?
When people called me he, I would insist that I was a she.
Her father, Tim, saw the same things.
Every time I turned around, another Barbie doll would show up. I don't even know where they kept coming from.
That wouldn't seem so odd to a dad, except that Tim thought he was raising a son, a little boy.
Embarrassed, kept it to myself, never told anybody for the longest time. Getting mad and throwing every Barbie I could find on the barbecue grill, lighting them up. Enough of this Barbie stuff. Let's go get some baseball. I thought maybe I could do more. Maybe I was not involved enough in the life. I thought it was my fault.
It wasn't just Tim who fought what he thought was just a phase. Growing up in a small Idaho town, when DW tried to grow her hair out and wear girl clothes, she was bullied.
They would beat me up. They would call me a faggot. They were brutal there to me. They told me that I wasn't allowed to wear my girls' clothes. I went home to my mom and I cried. I wouldn't eat. For days, I was just devastated.
Some told DW that she was simply gay.
It would be gay for me to like girls because I am a girl.
DW wouldn't and couldn't give up, determined to be who she knew she was, a girl living in a boy's body.
I remember the first time when I was at a babysitter's house.
Hold on.
And everyone was playing dress up. And
Marion, are you the YouTube police? Why are you coming in here policing what I talk about? If you don't think this is substantial, why are you here? Why are you here, Marion? Don't pick on other people. Have a podcast about something substantial. This is very substantial and very educational.
I wore a dress. I remember twirling around in it, and I remember playing with my hair a little bit and wearing these really pretty toy high heels. I felt so at peace, and I finally didn't feel confused.
And last year something happened. Her father had a change of heart.
I love you.
I love you. I researched stuff, found out about the suicide rate among transgender children is just up there. I mean, it's just really super high. And it's generally because of their parents and mostly their fathers, people like me, you know. And I had to change.
I'm
back in 5, Marion.
Biological boy, but I have the brain of a girl, so I think like a girl.
You almost have to have a funeral for your son, and
Is this all this is about?
like,
I'm
And they're not
skipping.
listening.
Yes, they are actually trying to recover the body right now. Take a look here. A lot going on right now. Boise police are here, and the Ada County coroner also just showed up. They're trying to figure out, working with Boise police to try to figure out the cause of death for this body. Right now, police are here on the scene. We're near Rose Hill and Shoshone. Police say a passerby saw what appeared to be a body submerged in the canal.
Hey, Marion, don't you see John's bobblehead on here? We go equally as hard for men. There's just not as many of them on this platform. But Marion, take a cool off for 5.
Police dispatcher tells us officers have asked for help from the fire department and even a dive team. Again, you can see right now that we do have people trying to recover the body at this moment, and we'll continue to bring you the very latest at the 6 o'clock. Back to you, Don Michelle. Don and Michelle, the body was just recovered. I'm near.
She's got the Farrah Fawcett do here. Let's see.
And he actually received a call yesterday. Tell us what happened yesterday.
So yesterday we received a call from the Boise Police Department explaining that there could possibly be a missing persons that last was located along the Reidenbach Canal upstream from here.
And then what happened today as you heard this information?
So I asked our staff to take a little extra time out on their routes and look and see if they see anything that doesn't look right. And unfortunately this afternoon, while one of our staff was doing his afternoon run, he reported some tennis shoes below the surface of the water.
And then you were out here, the Ada County Coroner's Office was out here, dive team was out here, and they did recover a body of a person, is that correct?
It appeared that that's exactly what happened.
And anything else you can tell us right now? I'm sure this is not something that you wanted to be doing today.
I
This
agree
is
with
always-
that. I think she was a decent reporter. All right, what's this? Lauren Johnson, reporter, anchor. Oh, is her resume real? So that's how you contact her if you want to hire
We pull a lot of items.
Okay. Let's see. I've got a couple things. Let me get this off the screen. We're going to go to this and we're going to read through this post here. How am I going to do this? Okay, so this is 2018. And this is a post of hers from August 18th, 2018. Some things I feel I've learned. People don't like change. We want to believe in the path we're on and convince ourselves it's right for us, that it's stable, solid ground. Because in order to change, we have to give up the idea of what we thought we once wanted. My identity as a journalist has been deeply ingrained in a path I've focused on for more than a decade. It's going to be hard, but I want to create a new story for myself. Hear that? I want to create a new story for myself. Woohoo! This is 2018. She married John Wynn, 2017. Be independent. Believe in me. Create. Write my own story. And most importantly, be with my family more. I'm excited and scared and lucky to be married to a psychologist, a good one. He would probably say that the more determined we are to believe there is only path for us, the more likely we are to never try something new. Heaven forbid I have to give up some ego and have some vulnerability in order to be open to this change. But here I am. This pic is one of my last days in the field this week. My job shadow snapped a pic as I fixed my hair. It was beautiful out there, but so hot. I later nursed a migraine with McDonald's fries and iced swollen ankles after walking in the sun, dehydrated and carrying a tripod. After rocking baby Banks to sleep that night, I wiped the thick foundation from my face and washed the caked sand from my shoes. Journalism is hard. And side note, it's not fake news. It's grueling, dedicated work to bring our public the facts. And it's not for the faint of heart. But right now, my family and others need a piece of my heart too. So I must acknowledge a different path is waiting. Here's to hoping it's a good one and doesn't include wearing so much makeup. Less anxiety and future deadlines will also be welcomed. But oh, how I'll miss it all. Here's to the unknown. Here's to change. Whew. So she was reinventing herself in 2018 and obviously saying goodbye to her journalism career. And then we're going to show you the last photo. So let's move on. This is the last photo where she was fixing her hair and her shadow, the person that was shadowing her, captured this image. That's her last day on the set. Looks a little bit photoshopped to me. It looks like a background that my dentist had in his dentist office when I was 4. Looks like that was on the wall. Oh my God. Remember the picture of Dr. John that also looks like it has a fake mountain background? She did tell the world the name of her Bubba. She did. Okay, so there's that picture. And then let's see what else we've got in here. Oh, this is from her on the news. Just a photo. And then here is her and John tying the knot. And then one last thing. This was also, I think, on her Instagram. I have covered her child's face for the sake of privacy. But she made a huge post about feminism is for boys. And this book she's reading is called Feminism is for Boys. And I wanted to kind of zoom in and read the back of the book. I'm not trying to start a debate here. I'm just showing you what I've found, okay? Boys can play sports with girls, wear dresses, cook, play with dolls, express emotions, be friends with all genders, and believe in equality. And I can't really read the rest of it, but it says feminismforboys.com. So, and it looks like a photo op, right? and there's feminist boys. No, we are all equal. So you may not agree with this message or whatever, but I thought it was interesting. I don't know if it was some kind of a promo she was doing, but it's definitely a photo op. You can tell it was, staged. She says this liberal stuff, then said she's a proud Mormon. Right. It doesn't make sense, Willa. And it's like she's sometimes a Mormon. Right? Now I get it. She's part of the whole Mormon transhumanism, just like Roselle Hamlin Stevenson. At Kresha, you have done so much damn research. You are just amazing. I'm glad that some of this can put pieces together for you, for reals. So I think that's all I have on her past. So I figured we could open up the lingo hall today. Dun, 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 dun. We've got a lingo board and we're going to do a review this Thursday just because we can. Just because we can. So we're going to review. I figured that lingo would have to be done to review the web sleuths from 5 days ago. But I'm going to tell you what we're going to be reviewing in the next day or two. We're going to start reviewing this Mormon stories with Lauren, not the one that you've seen, a different one. So I've got that ready to go, and I think it's 6 hours long. So we'll probably break it down in 2 parts. But in order to get through this, we definitely had to play lingo. So this is when Lauren came on Web Sleuths 5 days ago to talk about the Melody Buzzard case. And we're going to tough through it together because that's what we do. So if you guys could all take a second, hit the like if you haven't already. Yes, it's freaking 6 hours. And it also talks about Ruby Frankie. So it's going to be a good one. So on the lingo board this Thursday afternoon, we have Therapy Dog, Slurs, Takes a Drink, Utah, Stacy's Theory, Not Stable, Dr. John, Promotes Self, Reads Chat, Everyone Needs a Grayson, Reporter, Chad's Portal, Low IQ, Patreon, Small Team, Talks to Grayson, Trisha's Dog Appears, I Spy a Ouija Board, Itty Bitty, Everyone Needs a Stacy, Mental Illness, Wig, Utah Colorado border, and Trisha Gets Confused. So keep your eyes on the lingo card as we go through this stream. And if you haven't watched lingo before, sit back, Marion. It's actually a lot of fun to play a game every once in a while instead of being so goddamn bitter like you, Marion. Marionette. All right, let's go. Web Sleuths, 5 days ago.
Hello, my darling true crime angels. My name is Trisha Griffith, and I am the luckiest person in the world because I manage this cool website called websleuths.com, the very best true crime discussion forum ever. And I get to host this live stream, this YouTube live stream.
Look, I spy with my little eye a Ouija board. Look, we get to mark off our first space. I spy a Ouija board behind Trisha Griffith.
Where we talk about...
I think she might have a head up here. That looks like a head in a jar in a bottle or something. I don't know what this chick's got going on here. She got potions. She got aliens. She got fucking Ouija board. We got it all.
True crime cases. And one of the most perplexing cases lately, to date, is the disappearance of Melody Buzzard. Now, she's a 9-year-old girl.
My darling.
And she vanished during this cross-country trip.
My darling true crime angels.
Her mother. And that happened in October. Now, during the trip, her mom...
My darling true crime angels, I love Othram.
Swapped out license plates and wore wigs, and she wore...
What does she do? Dee 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 dee. Do 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 do.
wigs, and all types of attempts to avoid detection. Now, authorities said that while relatives searched for answers, the mother remains silent.
We
And
got
what
the
is
dog.
just so frustrating is we know she knows something. Now, Melody's mom was recently arrested for felony false imprisonment. She was released with a GPS monitor on her ankle, and that's where we stand. Now, one of the reporters looking into this, one of the YouTube creators looking into this, is our good friend
One of the reporters, one of the YouTube creators. Oops, you done called her a reporter, didn't you? She's like, I mean, a YouTuber.
the reporters looking into this, one of the YouTube creators looking into this, is our good friend Lauren Matthias. And I couldn't wait to have Lauren on to talk about Melody Buzzard and what she thought. Lauren, it is so good to see you, my dear. We're going to keep
Reporter.
Melody's tip line on the screen the whole time. How are you doing?
Okay, so what we're gonna do now? Let me kind of. We're gonna do this for Marion. Marion, I know you want to see her up close, so there you go, Marion.
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing
so glad. We're gonna
good.
keep that tip line there. So
We
worry
are.
about her.
And I have I've watched
Fuck, Stacy.
your videos on Melody, and you've gone deep into it, and you know a lot about this case, and we're going to go into that tonight. And Stacy, how are you doing, my darling?
I'm doing good. You?
Good. I'm doing very, very good. Stacy and I are not drunk
Stacy.
tonight, which we usually are. So you're
Did she say Stacy and I aren't drunk tonight? Lauren's like, ha, well, joke's on you, Jack. I am.
Everybody likes me, everybody hates me. They want me to go eat some worms.
They are so weird. Wig? We got Wig. Hold on. It's going to be a good one. Why do we never see Stacy? I don't know. But everybody needs a Stacy, motherfuckers.
doing very, very good. Stacy and I are not drunk tonight, which we usually are. So you're very lucky, Lauren. You're very, very lucky.
Am I?
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, maybe you're not. Yeah, maybe we're better off drunk. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, and everybody in chat, welcome and thank you to our wonderful mods. And if you have questions for Lauren about the Melody Buzzard case, put them up and then put a couple of question marks by it so we can be sure.
Hold on. Did she just take a drink? She did. But hold on. Look what she's doing, you guys. Let's slow this to normal. Watch her hands by her mic.
And see them. But
watch.
Basically, what I gave here at the beginning was the outline of the Melody Buzzard case. We have a great discussion going on it on websleuths.com. I'll be putting that up in chat as well. But Lauren, let's kind of start at the end a little bit. Melody's mom, Ashley, was arrested for false imprisonment. What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, that was a moment, right? That we were like, okay, finally. It was a week ago now.
Wait, oh my God. She sounds like she's slurring. Takes a drink. Slurs. We got slurs on the board. The fuck?
About the Melody Buzzard case, put them up and then put a couple of question marks by it. So
look, she's got the therapy dog. Did you see that?
The Melody Buzzard case, put them up and then put
look, she's rubbing his paw. We got therapy dog in the house. This is really weird, right? Megan, nobody knows.
Question marks by it so we can be sure and see them. But basically what I gave here at the beginning was the outline of the Melody Buzzard case. We have a great discussion going on it on websleuths.com. I'll be putting that up in chat as well. But Lauren, let's kind of start at the end a little bit. Melody's mom, Ashley, was arrested for false imprisonment. What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, that was a moment, right? That we were like, okay, finally. It was a week ago now. She was arrested. We thought this was the moment. Police have her. Hopefully she'll be able to, maybe they'll get her to finally say something and open up.
Thanks, Watts.
And false imprisonment. And then we had no idea. We were speculating. Was it someone on the road trip? Was it the person with the purple wig? Was it Melody herself before the kidnapping? They said it wasn't related. And then we finally got our answer. Our answer came in the form of Tyler Brewer. So I have a little dog with me here, and she's usually really calm, and she's hitting the mic. And I know that animals are welcome on Web Sleuth. I'm sorry. So, but
She don't sound right to me.
But Tyler Brewer came forward. He's a paralegal. He said that he was inside Ashley Buzzard's home,
Right.
and his goal was to find Melody. And at
Okay.
that moment, he states that Ashley said something to him that she seemed to regret, that she had said too
Westy.
much. And at that moment, she did not allow Tyler Brewer to leave the residence, that he could not immediately leave, and that there were multiple locks on the door, and that she actually got a box cutter out. So there's a weapon involved in this moment.
Right.
This is
Right.
according to him on his Facebook page. He wrote a post after local news came out and named him. So I understand why he would come out actually at that moment. A lot
I feel like she is like really struggling. Hold on, I've got to get rid of this blue. It's driving me nuts. I feel like she's like really struggling here. This just feels weird. Hang on. Okay.
of people speculated, was this a business move? The media mentioned him. They said this is about a guy named Tyler. So he comes out with a post, says, this is all I'm really going to say as far as this goes, but there was a box cutter involved. She wouldn't let me immediately leave. When I finally left the residence, there was a box cutter involved. She wouldn't let me immediately leave.
Yeah, look at her eyes, dude. Her eye. It could be like she takes something for anxiety and then drinks wine. You know what I mean? That could make you feel pretty damn good.
Leave. When I finally left the residence, I reported this to investigators and to police. So now we know that that is why Ashley Buzzard was put behind bars for a false imprisonment charge. Well, then what happens? She's let go. They deem her
Really,
not
Crusher?
a flight risk. We see her in court with another wig, one of the mini wigs she owns.
Right.
She loves her wig. She has an affinity for wigs.
Yeah, this is normal speed, so I'm going to pump it up to 1.25. And let's see how that sounds.
I guess, and including putting them on her little girl. I don't understand that.
Yeah.
And now we're hearing that she's home. She's not a flight risk, which I have to be honest, that kind of blows my mind too, that the judge would think that she isn't a flight risk when she's rented a car, put on a wig, taken off, hid her identity, switched plates. How is that not a flight risk?
Dude, now it's too fast. That's too fucking fast. Jesus, Lauren.
A car, put on a wig, taken off, hid her identity, switched plates. How is that not a flight risk?
I
don't
know. I don't understand. I guess maybe they think because they've got a GPS that maybe they'll catch her. But I mean, cut that thing off, jump in a car, and you're gone.
Yeah, her mannerisms are even different, huh? Her top lip looks smaller.
You know, before they have a chance to even come and find you. But I don't.
Well, you know what looks different is that, what do they call that? That thing above your lip that, I don't know what that's called, but you don't usually see that on her. It's usually very flat up there. It's usually very flat.
I don't think this is a wig. I don't think.
Right.
Stacey,
Is this not a wig?
Is
Okay,
this a wig in
forgive me.
court?
If it's not a
According to
wig.
the family, it's her real hair.
Okay,
that's-
thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you
It
for
looks
letting me
fake,
know that.
though. It
I
looks
did
fake.
ask because I was surprised. So I asked them immediately
Yeah.
because they actually sent me this
That's
picture,
Stacey.
so, that day.
Stacey.
This looks so fake to me, but they say this is her real hair.
Oh my
And the
God.
Well,
wig that she used.
it's actually beautiful hair. I don't know why she would.
Are you guys down in her hair? The fuck is wrong with these women, dude?
They say this is her real hair. And the
Well,
wig that she used.
it's actually beautiful hair. I don't know why she would cover
Yeah.
it with wigs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay.
Doesn't
I
make
thought
any
it
sense.
was too pretty to be, and she likes wigs. So I thought, golly, she walked out and put a wig.
Oh, you thought it was too pretty to be a wig, huh? I thought it was way too pretty to be a wig, or that it had to be a wig.
on right away, but
Right.
okay, that's good to know. That's her real hair. That's who she is.
Oh, she didn't know this. So she said it was a wig, and then they're like, no, that's her real hair. I got you. Okay. I'm picking up what she's laying down.
Doesn't
I
make
thought
any
I thought it
sense.
was too pretty to be, and she likes wigs. So I thought, gall, she walked out and put a wig on right away. But
Right.
okay, that's good to know. That's her real hair. That's who she is. That thank you for pointing
Trisha's
that out,
definitely
Stacey, and for knowing
confused.
that.
Oh, yeah, and
Um,
she did put a wig on before she left the court, though.
Thank
Or
you,
did not.
Sherry.
She did.
Yeah,
put
she
a-
put another wig on.
That
Yeah.
long one she had walking out, her hair was different when she walked out as well.
Yeah. So she's
Yeah.
in court. She walks out of court, puts on another wig, and walks out of court. And she
Yeah.
looked different than she looked walking in. Yeah.
Yeah.
My goodness.
I
My
know.
goodness. And and then the other thing, and maybe you guys know more too. Honestly, yes, I've been investigating this. I've been writing stories and reporting at Hidden True Crime. But I want to know why she wasn't arrested within the 72-hour window.
Mhm.
And that was confusing to me because other mothers where they sort of give them that threat, like 72 hours, like either produce your child, your minor child, or be arrested. She wasn't, right? And as
Right.
far as police are saying, she is not cooperating.
Mhm.
And then we have the FBI involved, but that 72-hour window comes and goes. But then we think, oh, hey, okay, they have her on false imprisonment. Great. Okay, that's the way they want to go. Great. And then she's released.
I don't
And she's
understand.
not a flight risk. And still no Melody. We hear from Tyler Brewer, that witness,
Mhm.
this alleged witness or the man that reported this false imprisonment. He does believe Melody could be alive in Utah.
Okay, so this is 5 days ago, and it's the infamous orange couch.
But we don't know. It's scary. I don't know what both of you think. And we cannot find this little girl.
Can you tell us why they think
The
Utah now?
lawn crime.
You know why they think Utah
Yeah.
and not Nebraska?
Well,
Yeah, well,
yeah. Go ahead.
she was last seen at the Utah-Colorado border.
There we
according to
go.
Law enforcement. That's the last official sighting of Melody, which would mean because they have
Can you
GPS
say that again?
enforcement, that's the last Colorado.
Go ahead.
She was last seen at the Utah-Colorado border, according to law enforcement. That's the last official sighting of Melody, which would mean because they have GPS on a rental car that this white Malibu, drove all the way to the Kansas.
You don't think that the FBI is following her, maybe seeing if she's going to meet someone or going to where the child is? Dum-dum.
Nebraska, Kansas. So we were thinking there at first, like, oh my gosh, what's she doing there? But allegedly she turns back around, starts driving back to California. She's driving so many miles so quickly. She's either, I assume, manic or has somebody helping her, because I don't know how someone can
Right.
drive this far, this fast.
Right.
And that's the last time
Classy.
official camera catches Melody. Now,
Okay.
we do have, though, and that's right at the Utah-Colorado border, we do have a possible sighting of somebody else with purple hair at a gas station in Junction, Utah, which is about 2 hours past on the way back
Oh, we
the
got Utah.
Utah-Colorado border. And
Okay.
people have said, do you mean Grand Junction, Colorado? No, I mean Junction, Utah.
Utah.
Teeny
There's a place
tiny
called
town.
Junction, Utah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's itty bitty. Yeah.
Itty bitty. And according to Criminally Obsessed podcast and KUTV, the local news,
We got itty bitty. Did you guys miss that one?
according to
It's called
Criminally
Junction, Utah. Yeah. It's itty bitty. Yeah.
Itty bitty. And according to Criminally Obsessed podcast and KUTV, the local news, the Sinclair station in Salt Lake City that collaborates with Criminally Obsessed, their reporter Samantha Huffman went to Junction, Utah, spoke to a gas station attendant who already says that she has spoken to the FBI, who says she met Ashley, the
Mhm.
mother, who says that when she looked out, she thought she saw a woman with purple hair in the car with her. Now, that could have been Melody, right? It could have
Right.
been Melody. She doesn't know. She doesn't know she's about to speak to the FBI about these people, right? We
Mhm.
all,
Hey,
who
Michaela.
knows? But let's say that's another sighting of Melody. That would be Utah. We also know that if you understand Utah geography, which I do, you do, Trisha. I know that, Stacey, you're near too. There's a slight detour. She did not take the fastest route home to California. She
Right.
she did
She's
this detour
struggling,
through
dude.
Panguitch, which is near a lot of national parks, Bryce Canyon,
Mhm.
Dixie National Forest, a lot of beautiful red rock around there. And so that's a speculation as well. And then the sort of the last next known sort of stop is Prim, Nevada, which means she went through Vegas, didn't stop, through St. George. Oh, there might be a stop in St. George, Utah, but then she shows up in Prim, shows up back at the rental car rental shop
Hey,
the
DB.
next day without
Mhm.
her daughter. So that sort of is narrowing in on
Right.
this state of Utah, which is large. We know that Utah is a very large state.
Oh my goodness. She just run on sentence after run on sentence. Promotes self for our first lingo of the day. I missed it earlier. We got our first lingo with Takes a Drink. Promotes self. Trisha's dog appears and wig.
And rural and part of the massive drive home. So where in Utah, I think that's why they're believing Utah, but I don't know why Tyler Brewer thinks Utah. I don't know what you know, Stacey. I know you're in touch with people
Stacey.
following this closely, so maybe you know more.
Stacey knows more. Maybe you know more, Stacey. The faceless Stacey.
Than I do, but I'm trying to narrow it in, and that's where I am.
And Stacey, what do you know anything else?
Well, Tyler had said that Ashley said she'd left her in Utah with somebody and she was safe. And also, as Lauren was saying, she drove to Nebraska, but they
Insightful
have
one.
pictures of, she had Melody with her on her return trip to a certain
Okay.
point. Exactly. So
there's somebody in Utah. Now, from what I understand, her mother, her aunt, everybody believes that there's no way that Ashley would hurt Melody. I'm gonna play devil's advocate. I'm gonna say the bad thing out loud, okay?
Say it, yeah.
Ashley is not stable. Her mother has admitted that. What if she thought, I want to put her in a better place, and that better place is heaven? That's what scares me. I have nothing to base that on other than they can't find her. And is she mentally ill enough to have that thought process that is what she should do? We do have a question here, and it is from Lindy 36 says, isn't Melody's father deceased from Utah? Maybe left her with his family. I know her father is deceased. Lauren, do you know if his family is in Utah?
There was family on a news show, local news show, who said that they believed that Melody's father had family in Utah. But then we've heard that people are in touch with the father's family, including private investigators, the news, as well as others who nobody has stated anything about the father's family having her. And I also want to point out, I'm not sure. I realize that Ashley might be hiding Melody. That's a possibility. I'm concerned like you are, Trisha, but what person would be hiding her at this moment with a massive national search happening? I don't think that Ashley expected. Right. I don't think that Ashley expected the welfare check. That was not,
just
on
a bunch
her
of
bingo
word
card,
salad.
as they say. That she had pretty much.
That was not on my bingo card. Her talking about the damn bingo card. We just got a shout out here in Cooterville. Love it.
Right. I don't think that Ashley expected the welfare check. That was not, on her bingo card, as they say, that she had pretty much isolated Melody pretty well. She was homeschooling her. Family wasn't in touch with Melody. And the school was sort of this last thing. She didn't pick up schoolwork. I get that. But I think it was just lucky that the school pushed for the welfare check. And if the school had not pushed for the welfare check, no one would have noticed. And so now there's a national search. If someone was even willing to hide Melody for Ashley, right? Even if that was an option, you would think that person would be so scared that they would come forward.
They come forward
right?
and say, hey, I'm not a part of this. Now here's a picture, and Lauren, I don't know if you can see our screen, but here's a picture of Melody. And to me, she looks like a teenager. She does not look like a 9-year-old, but she's probably wearing a wig. and she's wearing that hoodie,
Right.
you know. But you're right.
Right.
When you put it all together, it's like, who would be willing to risk their freedom by hiding this child? Has Ashley found somebody that thinks like she does? Like, the only way to save my daughter is to hide her, and given her to somebody who has the same kind of weird thought process that she does. The good news is, I think most of us feel like she's alive. We do believe that her mother wouldn't hurt her, no matter how mentally ill she is. The other good news is, even though Utah is a big, wide open place, these little towns are little, and somebody's got to know something. If she's alive, I'm just thinking any minute now, somebody's going to pop and say something. I hope. Lauren, do you know anything about the private investigator?
I know that the private investigator is looking. I'm, maybe I'm a pessimist, but I hope.
Maybe you're a pessimist. Maybe.
We find this little girl, and I do believe that there is hope, and I do believe that Melody could be alive, but I probably have less hope than most. I'm concerned. Like I said, I think that this person would come forward. It makes no sense. What is she hiding Melody from? It makes me wonder about maybe schizophrenia or something. There is mental illness where, as you point out, she could believe she's keeping her daughter safe, but did something horrendous. The fact that they were in disguises driving, there's no motive to the road trip yet.
Exactly.
There's no motive to what they were hiding from, what she needed to do. There's no motive to be keeping this from police. And all of these things are very big red flags to me. And again, no motive for someone to not be sharing where Melody is, even another person that's not her mother. So I hope that she is okay. I am actually quite fearful she's not. And I also, like I said, I don't understand why all the way to Nebraska and Kansas and back. I don't know if you guys have any ideas.
Well, the problem, to me, the problem is when
What's
you're
the
dealing with
problem,
somebody who
Trisha?
may have mental issues, and you're trying to put logic into their
Oh,
thought,
my God.
and you can't.
Yeah, that's how we feel watching you ladies. You and you, Trisha and you. That's how we feel. We try to get logic in this. Look at her. Salute.
Well,
To that,
the problem,
Peter.
to me, the problem is when you're dealing with somebody who may have mental issues, and you're trying to put logic into their thought, and you can't. You can't. There's no logic. But Stacy, you had a great theory as to why Ashley ran, and tell Lauren that theory. I think it's really good.
I have a few things. For
Oh,
example,
Stacy.
the judge released her, here because there wasn't. I don't think. Okay, I'll say it like this. I think that he didn't hold her longer or anything, and they let her out to see maybe because surveillance and to see maybe who she contacts because they think Melody is alive and that might be the only way to find her. That's just a possibility. The other is and the family on that
I
long
think she's
trip,
reading chat right now.
a certain family member thinks that was a distraction.
I marked that off.
To make it look like, that's where she would be, Nebraska, but instead it was put her
Where's
somewhere else, but
Stacy?
to make it look
That
like.
makes sense.
Oh,
that
s-
makes sense.
We got
And-
Stacy's theory for another lingo. Hell yeah. We got another lingo with Therapy Dog, Slurs, Takes a Drink, Utah, and Stacy's theory.
And then the other one was, Melody had been in foster care. And then she was with her Ashley's dad's family for a while. Then she went back to foster care. And then she was released back to Ashley. And so if something was going on and Ashley was afraid of child welfare getting involved again, that's the only thing I can think of at this time is,
Stacy.
a plausible reason for her wanting to hide her.
Right, like, oh, they're going to come take her away again. See, I didn't even think about that. That there was, and again, it might all be in her own.
That was Stacy talking just now. Love always. Aw, thank you, bless mom. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for your guys' support. If you haven't hit the like button, that is a great way to get this video out into the algorithm, if you will.
Mind this, supposed CPS involvement. It could just be something she's creating. But Lauren, like you said, so many people are on this case. You've done some great video on it.
Blink, girl.
And it's like there's so much out there. How come somebody hasn't come forward, Lauren? That's what. Oh, and you're so right. It's just scary. It's scary.
Nana Jeannie Marie says, I love it when Stacy communicates her perspective. She is so smart. I have to say I agree. And like already the things you brought up even gave me a little bit more hope. I'm like, okay, good points.
Now, guys, let's not get carried away about Stacy, okay?
Yeah. I mean, let's not get carried away about Stacy. Stacy, as far as I know, has never shown her face. Just a picture. Greer's Garden, I'm glad you're enjoying lingo.
What? She'll go crazy, her head will blow up.
Love
Stacey's brilliant. She is brilliant, people. She is brilliant. That's why I keep her, but I keep her, on a short leash, people. Just know that. Very short.
In a cage. No,
in a
kidding.
cage. Exactly.
In a cage.
Well, Lauren, have you decided if you're going to do another video on this or anything in the future coming up?
Absolutely. We are following closely.
Jesus.
We have a small team here.
We're following closely. Our small team of me, John, and Grayson. Good God, lady. Is this the middle-aged mean girl channel I've been hearing about? Welcome in, Suzanne Reiser. You have found the place. Come on in.
Bueller.
Hidden true crime. We keep things small, but I try to put out as many videos as we are following closely. We have a small team here at Hidden True Crime. We keep things small, but I tried to put out as many videos as I could at first with all the new information because this is a really urgent case. This is a case where it really matters. Everyone needs to have their eyes on things, surveillance, dash cam. We need to get the word out. And then we had to switch over to some breaking news with the Monkey Vaughn case or the Michael Vaughn case with the charges that have been coming down. That's a case that's near and dear to my heart and one that we've been following for years, and finally arrests for Michael's kidnapping and unfortunately murder. So we switched over, but we have our eye on this case. We are following this case. And as there are updates, we will be bringing them over at Hidden True Crime. And I know that you guys are covering it too. This is why web sleuths and, crime exists, like true crime channels exist, not why crime.
What? Lauren, stop talking.
Web sleuths and, crime exists, like true crime channels exist, not why crime. The community. This is a very, very important case. We need to bring awareness to this case. There is a missing child and the clock is ticking, and there is hope to this case. There is a missing child and the clock is ticking and there is hope, and we need to find her.
And see, that's the thing. Usually in cases like this, we've all seen this. We can write the script. We know how it's going to end. In this case, maybe, just maybe, she's going to be found alive. And I think there's more likelihood that she'll be found alive. So we've just got to keep our fingers crossed. But do you mind if we talk a little bit about Michael Monkey Vaughn? Because I know that's one that you've been talking about, that you have been following a lot and doing deep dives into. And this couple, Stacy and what's the woman's name?
Stacy Wondra and Sarah Wondra. Stacy's a male and Sarah Wondra, his wife at the time. Yeah.
Right. Now, she confessed a couple of years ago, right? And said that, but then they couldn't find anything. Why
does web sleuths know nothing about crimes? She's like this queen of true crime or whatever, and she knows nothing about these cases. It's so weird. And then to be so fixated on John Ramsey and his guilt or whatever. It's weird.
Has changed in this case. And what's so sad is they're charging with murder. They don't have a body, but they know he's gone. What changed between back then and now to charge them both with murder in Michael's case?
I think what they were hoping for was hopefully finding Michael. His family called him Monkey. People always say, "Why are you calling bring Monkey home?" Is their request, And a sweet little 5-year-old boy named Monkey. It makes so much sense. A little 5-year-old little boy. It was
Running around
wild,
like a monkey.
yeah,
Wild monkey.
exactly. To Michael Vaughn, and I think that they were waiting. They had been told part of one of the confessions that Stacy Wondra had told was where the body of Michael was located. And it has been described in horrific detail what happened to this little boy and that he was killed. And we've learned how through the probable
Angel.
cause that was released. But I think that when they went to the location and they took an excavator and they dug up an entire yard, which is the house of Stacy and Sarah Wondra. Let's not.
Wait a second, Young Black. I thought she started Web Sleuths. I thought she was the inception of Web Sleuths. Hey, Parawoman. Good to see you. Are you here for the middle-aged mean girl guy chat? And someone needs to tell Laura no pre-gaming. No, she's got a pre-game. Makes her more. It makes her more fun to review.
And Lucine and Brandon Shirtliff, who were two other people that have not yet been charged, but allegedly were with the couple, 4 grown adults. Part of this kidnapping of a little boy who was just looking for a neighbor to play with in Fruitland, Idaho. So I think that sort of hitting that dead end.
I mean, I do have to give Lauren credit where credit is due. She did donate $500 to Brandy Neal for, I think, like the food train. And I think that was very kind of her to do. That's all I can say is that she donated the $500, and I'm sure that will help the Vaughn family.
Where they could not find the body. I think that they were waiting. I think there is a lot of circumstantial evidence in this case, and all of that circumstantial evidence adds up to a pretty damning probable cause, in my opinion, if you ask me. But it's still circumstantial. I think they were looking for something firmer. But I think why now? I think that Stacy Wondra was about to be released from. He was being
that was
held.
it. She was about ready to be released, and they didn't want to release her. That's right. I bet that's it.
And so both of them, both Sarah and Stacy. And so at that moment, do you really want to have this risk to a community? Like, I think that at that moment they thought now or never, like to a community, Stacy. And so at that moment, do you really want to have this risk to a community? Like, I think that at that moment they thought,
ooh, that sounded pretty bad. There's something up with her. This is way different than her other content.
Do you really want to have this risk to a community? Like, I think that at that moment they thought now or never, like we've got to protect the community. This is coming from me, not from any probable cause or statement from law enforcement to me. This is me seeing what I'm seeing and why I think it happened now. And so we also learned from the probable cause that they had their eyes on this house and this couple from the week he went missing because of canines. Canines took Michael's clothes.
Right.
And we had known that they had followed the scent to the end of the street, which is why law enforcement suspected abduction fairly quickly. There was no, hiding. But we also learned from the probable cause that actually the canines also went directly to the Wondra house, where part of the confession is, yes, that is where little Michael was.
Purple Passion. I probably wouldn't go back.
They stuffed him into a teeny tiny duffel bag with duct tape. And
no one said it was teeny tiny. Stop this. Why is she adding these? In a teeny tiny. No one knows how big the damn bag was. Now stop it.
That is where little Michael was, and that they stuffed him into a teeny tiny duffel bag with duct tape. And essentially, Stacy Wondra also confessed on the phone to his own mother that,
Wait, wait. I did not. I'm sorry.
The probable
She-
cause, the probable cause is very detailed, and there is a
Yeah.
lot of new information. And I want people to know too. I read through both probable causes on Hidden True Crimes channel, and actually, I do think people missed it, or the algorithms missed it. It's the one titled "Horrific Confession."
A lot of people missed it, or the algorithm missed it. So please come watch it. She's fallen out of the algorithm. It happens, Walwyn. Welcome to the life of a YouTuber. Sometimes things happen and we get bumped right out of that fucking algorithm, girl.
To know too, I read through both probable causes on Hidden True Crimes channel, and actually, I do think people missed it, or the algorithms missed it. It's the one titled "Horrific Confession" because
I'm going to put it in
horrific.
chat right now. Let me find it real quick, okay? But so she called Michael's mom, or she called her mother.
No. Sorry,
Okay.
forgive me. Stacy's
Oh my
mother.
God.
I'm
Oh,
so
gotcha,
sorry
gotcha,
if I got
okay.
that wrong.
Oh
Stacy
my
was
God.
his mother. No, I think I might have gotten it wrong.
Okay, so she got this wrong and she got the other thing wrong earlier about the lady wearing a wig, y'all. There is something fucked up here.
talking fast. So
Yeah.
correct me if I'm getting things wrong.
I
His mother.
misunderstood.
No, I
Mhm.
think I might have gotten it wrong. I'm talking fast. So
Yeah.
correct me if I'm getting things wrong. But Stacy Wondra, on a phone call to his mother, she asked, is he still alive? He said no. How did he die? He said that Sarah killed him, and he said
Yep.
suffocation. But John and I have both interviewed Stacy Wondra. We interviewed
Right.
him in
Mhm.
January of 2024, and he's
Wait, moderator, for real? Is Trisha thinking that Stacy is a girl? Oh my God.
spoke a lot of this duffel bag to both of us.
Right.
That's now looking, according to the probable cause, it's the alleged
Right.
murder weapon
Ugh.
is this duffel bag. And so going back, I was revisiting my interview with him on January 27th, 2024. And I literally am like kind of pushing him about the duffel bag because the day before he'd interviewed with Dr. John, which we're going to actually release Dr. John's interview with him publicly for the first time tonight, by
Mhm.
the way.
Okay.
Oh, Lord.
So that's something. A third party requested us to do these interviews. We did these interviews because a third party requested it. And
A third party requested it? Who's the third party? We did these interviews because a third party requested it. Look at Trisha.
It's-
Hold on.
see if John.
Hold on. I got to show you this. Trisha looks like she's struggling too. Look at her hair. Trisha. You can see the comb marks, girl. What is going on with these people? I feel like everybody's losing their shit. I used to have a soundbite. Oh, I don't have it. Based on my observation, her hair was very greasy.
John's expertise could glean some more information last year. And we did not make that interview public for a reason. It was only seen by a few people on our Patreon account. So John did that privately. The next day, I interviewed Stacy Wondra as well, but I did that live on YouTube. And noticing that he had brought up the duffel bag in John's interview, I kind of pushed him more. And I said, tell me more about this duffel bag. And he kept saying it was small. What did you put in it? Brandon's dirty clothes. It was completely empty. It had a zipper. I remember so clearly Brandon unzipping it, putting in the dirty clothes, zipping it back up. And he's explaining like why is this a core memory of this day? You remember everything about this duffel bag. So I asked him more. I said, so
Oh my God, I can't even follow her. Hey, I'm noticing that some of you guys have your @ signs. Are some of you on vertical? Put a 1 in chat if you're vertical. Put a 2 in chat if you're in a normal stream. I'm just curious because the people that use StreamYards on here, they're getting 2 separate streams in their list. I don't use StreamYards. Mine is all in one. So I think that 2s. Okay. Okay, that is true. All right. So it's all together. Pretty cool. Stylish Bacon. Do you notice, though, that some of the names have the @ and some don't? Coconuts. Cicada is at Energy Biz.
So how big was this duffel bag, Stacy? How big? He goes, super tiny. It could never fit a body.
Well, you didn't ask that. Let's like,
I didn't
whoa,
ask
where
that.
did that come from?
I responded in the interview. I go, oh, wow. I wasn't even thinking.
You weren't even. I wasn't even thinking. I think we've got a Patreon. I got it. I wasn't even thinking. Lily, yours is normal. There's not many ads. That's why I asked. I wasn't even thinking.
Where did that come from?
I responded in the interview. I go, oh, wow. I wasn't even thinking of that.
Right, right.
And so now we have the probable cause with the confessions stating that Michael, this little 5-year-old boy, was suffocated.
Stop.
In a duffel bag. That the duffel bag is the murder. Was suffocated in a duffel bag. That the duffel bag is the murder.
How does she do her speech like that? She talks so slow and then how can people do? Is that just her cadence? I mean, for people that watched her, you know, religiously, did she always talk like this? Yeah, StreamYard sucks.
Was suffocated in a duffel bag. That the duffel bag is the murder weapon.
Good God,
along with these 4 adults, 4 grown adults.
Look at her lips, y'all. This is weird. This is some wild shit. Did she have to stop getting these injections? Because she is not, I think it might be the fact that her face feels weird. I'm dead ass serious. I think it might be. Do we need the violin?
Suffocated in a duffel bag. That the duffel bag is the murder weapon.
Good God,
along with these 4 adults, 4 grown adults that sat there and watched this happen, and no one did anything. Like,
disgusting. Absolutely disgusting.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to say. I mean, they all should be charged with murder. Every single one of them.
Every single one of them, Trisha, even Stacy, the girl.
Yes. So 2 of them still do not have charges. And I want to point that out. And that is a very, very important case because 2 of them do not have charges.
Yeah, her mouth is all crooked, dude. That I heard that if you do Botox and fillers, it affects your speech. Wow.
And are like, you know, just hanging out. So it is a very important case. People are asking how Brandy Neal is doing. That's Monkey's mother, this family. It's so heartbreaking. Brandy.
Jesus, she's not even making sense, guys. Where's Lana Kay? Lana Kay brought this to my attention, and she ain't even here. Lana Kay?
Family. It's so heartbreaking. Brandy just recently got a life-saving liver transplant.
Thank God. Thank God.
She didn't even know if she was going to be able to see justice for her little boy. But this is very clearly, this is heartbreaking for them. This isn't justice. And they still, all they want is to bring Michael home. They're just saying, can somebody tell us where he is? We want our little boy. And so he's still missing. Nobody knows where he is, where his body is. And she's just asking, just somebody bring him home for closure. And not one of these 4 adults has offered this to this family. And so they're heartbroken. They still don't have Monkey. She's recovering from a life-saving liver transplant.
How is she doing?
She got a donor, luckily.
How is she doing?
She's improving. They were able to take the feeding tube off. There is if anybody can find it right now or post it, there is a meal train sign up for them to help the family. And
yes, let's find that.
You can just donate money to help with meals. And I have it on all of our social media. I think I put it in one of my YouTube posts.
She did. That's how I knew that she donated to it.
Somebody,
put
if
it
one
on
of the mods,
Facebook, so if somebody can find it,
yeah, let's
and
let's
pin
post it.
that.
I'll do a
Yeah.
quick Bing search because my computer doesn't do Google, which makes me mad.
That is
Let me-
bad.
I know.
When your computer is still using Bing, I gotta come out there and help you.
Somebody needs to. I need help. Somebody
That's a
help me, please.
problem. Yeah.
They
Yeah,
really got to.
You
Yeah.
should not
Oh,
be using Bing in 2025.
No,
Trisha.
no, I shouldn't, and I can't.
Did you see her eyes right there? Ole. Watch.
Somebody needs to. I need help. Somebody
That's a
help me,
problem.
please.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
really got to.
You
Yeah.
should not be using Bing in 2025.
No.
That was wild. Family. Watch. Her eye, like, literally, they roll back in her head.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
really got to.
You
Yeah.
should not be using Bing in 2025.
No.
You
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
really got to.
You
Yeah.
should not be using Bing in 2025.
What the fuck is wrong with her eyes? Whoa.
No, no, I shouldn't, and I can't get it to change over. It's an evil computer.
That's why Bing is so evil. It does that. You're like, I
Mhm.
hate Bing, and then all of a sudden it becomes like the auto. Yeah, yeah. You
Exactly.
know
What?
that Bing gotcha. You're like, you did that.
I
You
can't- I
knew what
did-
you were doing.
It used to be on. It used to be on Google, on Chrome, and now it's on Bing. It did not come up when I posted it, but I do remember seeing that. And what is it called?
So it's a meal train for the Neil Vaughn family,
Mhm.
Tyler and Brandy. So Tyler Vaughn and Brandy Neil are Monkey's parents, and then
Grayson's behind the scenes right now. Don't worry.
and then Monkey's siblings. And it is, like I said, it is in a post that I have on YouTube. If you scroll down, like a community post, I also have it on the Hidden True Crime Facebook page.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. I think someone's grabbing it right now. And
Okay, good.
you can help with meals, purchasing meals, or you can donate money to help with the meal. So at least there's just one thing that they don't have to deal with while Brandy is recovering and, work is less there, and they are dealing with this absolute heartbreak, these horrific details about their little baby boy.
Good. If one of the
yeah.
mods finds it, if they could put it in the private chat, and then I can lift it and put it in the chat, that'd be great. If
Lift
we can't
it?
find it tonight, I'll definitely put it in our description.
Oh,
So
okay,
we can-
perfect. Yeah, put it in the private chat.
Yeah.
Great.
If
Crusher,
could
you
do
crack
that
me
would
up.
be fantastic. So, okay, I'm just checking here. I think we had a
Yeah,
lot
and
of
medical
questions.
bills. Yeah, medical
And-
bills,
right.
less work. I mean, honestly, they've had less work since he went missing in 2021 because both his parents have had to fight for answers and go on interviews and work to get the word out. So this family, yeah, just is such a big help. There we go.
There it is. Okay, there we go. Let's see. Grayson, it should link when you click it, but hold on, maybe it does in the YouTube.
Did she
channel.
say
and you could put
Grayson?
it in the
Wait, hold on.
There it is. Okay, there we go.
This is Trisha being confused again.
Let's see. Grayson, it should link when you click it, but
Oh, Grayson pinned it. Look.
hold on, maybe it does.
I don't know. You can't see it. Never mind. It's cropped. But Grayson pinned the meal train. You can't click it.
Oh, and you could put it in the private chat too, and then you could probably copy and paste it. Yeah.
Yeah. Or you could just email it to me at websleuthvideos@gmail.com. But it might, see, I'm looking at the StreamYard chat, which is different than the YouTube chat. So it may show up in the YouTube chat. Okay. So, oh God, I just need somebody to follow me around just to help with little technical things before I lose my mind.
Oh my God.
Yeah, me too. Luckily, I've got Grayson. So, yeah.
Everybody needs
Yeah.
a Grayson.
Oh my goodness. We got Everybody Needs a Grayson for a double lingo. Double fucking lingo. With Everybody Needs a motherfucking Grayson. No, we don't. Mm-mm. Nobody needs a Grayson. That's my final offer.
everyone needs a
Yeah.
Grayson and Stacy, but Stacy's in another state. But that's okay.
Yeah, you've got a Stacy. Everyone needs a Grayson and a Stacy.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Everyone needs a Stacy for another double lingo. Jesus. We're just filling up the board today, folks. Kim S., we have determined that they most likely do live together. Everybody needs a Grusin.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So so right now, the husband and wife team, they have been arrested. The other two adults in Michael Vaughn's case have not been. And there
Brandon
is no,
Shurtleff. Right.
Right.
Brandon Shurtleff and Adrian Lucene.
and
Correct.
there's no talk of where his body is, where little Michael's body is.
No.
We have low IQ, Chad's Portal, and Talks to Grayson still on the board. So keep your listening ears on. You guys are cracking me up in chat.
God, what is wrong with these people? Honest to God.
I know, and the probable cause one of this moment of just disgust. I mean, the whole thing is just awful. But they drive back from Kuna to Fruitland, where they say they place monkeys in the duffel bag. They drive home. It's the night he's missing. His mother, didn't sleep that night. They're out looking. They drive past. They just live blocks from the Von Neal family. Drive past, and Sarah Wondra states that she sees Monkey's mother, Brandy, just crying outside looking for him.
God.
And they just drive home. And they drive home.
Oh God. Oh, that is just so heartbreaking. That is so heartbreaking. They just said in chat that the link that Grayson put up, it does go right to it. So everybody, that link is in chat, and if you click on it, it will go to the meal train, and then I will. Oh yes, it
Hey,
does.
great clips.
Thanks,
There we
Lynn
go.
Jen, too. Lynn Jen posted
There,
it. Thank
we
you.
got it. So, and
Grossly.
Websleuth will make a donation here as soon as we get off. So,
Good job, Trisha.
yeah, if you could, everybody,
Hey,
that would
Carolina.
help them a great deal. I can't imagine, losing your son and then having a liver transplant. How much more can this family take? And then not only losing your son, but then have these animals not have the,
I know.
to just hide where his body is. All they want is to bring their son home.
I know. It's
How is it-
horrendous.
Well, and I watched the interview that you posted that Dr. John did with Stacy, but then I watched the one you did. How was it interviewing him? I mean, wasn't that just? I mean, you knew he did something. Wasn't it just creepy?
It was awful. It was actually, it's weird. I've done a lot of interviews. I mean, sometimes I don't even, when I was a reporter, I did interviews every day with people. So, there's
Yeah.
interviews that I don't even remember kind of doing. Right. And then there are the interviews that you never forget. And this was certainly an interview I will never forget, but it wasn't good. I remember hating it. I remember being uncomfortable. I remember thinking I didn't really know what to ask him or where to lead him, because I wasn't, he was proclaiming his innocence. And so that everybody knows, I did not.
They're talking about Stacy Wondra, who is a disgusting creep. But anyways, they both interviewed him. So they put John's behind a paywall and put hers public, is what I'm understanding.
Not think he was innocent at that time. Just
Innocent? Are we going to have to review her and Stacy?
innocent. And so that everybody knows, I did not think he was innocent at that time. Just so everybody knows. So that everybody knows, I did not think he was innocent at that time. Just so everybody knows. But I couldn't say that. And his narrative is I'm innocent, and I had to ask him why, and then sort of ask him about the timeline. I wanted to ask him about the duffel bag. People didn't really understand. Some people understood. Not everyone understood.
Oh, she gone.
She's spinning. It's Chad Daybell again. His portal has come in.
Oh,
his portal has come in.
Chad's
She'll be
portal.
back. She's stronger than Chad Daybell's portal. If you're new and you're just joining us,
She'll
we
be back.
assume
Don't
that
worry.
Every time somebody gets kicked off, it's Chad Daybell and his stupid portal. By the way, speaking of Chad, his letters to Chad, still up, still on Facebook. Sorry, letters from Chad. Letters from Chad, where he talks about he's trying to change his narrative, Chad Daybell, to say he's this lovely man who's just been, completely, just completely misunderstood. So we've put up on Facebook letters to Chad, and I want you to go there and take out your frustration and post a letter to Chad. Not that he'll ever see it, but at least we know
Trisha.
nobody believes him. Let me check my text message and see what happened. Lauren just got kicked off. Hang on, yeah?
Yeah, if she comes back, I have one question for her about the
Okay.
monkey case.
Yeah, hold on just a second.
Thanks, love, always.
Oh, I'm so glad to see so many people in chat.
Hold
Good
on.
to see everybody. Yeah. Oh, I'm so glad. Oh, I'm so glad to see so many people in chat. Good to see everybody. Yeah. This is what we tell people. Run to the light, Lauren. Run to the light.
Yeah.
Whenever they get kicked off.
Yeah.
Oh, God. And again, guys, the only technical, logical explanation for people to get kicked off this live stream is Chad Daybell's portals. He's in there in prison, killing zombies, as we know. Let's see.
Okay. Like, that's funny,
Questions
right?
here. Hang on, everybody.
I gotta ask, Kresha, is that offensive to you? I mean, I'm asking because your feelings are really the only one that matters when it comes to shit like this. Is that offensive for them to make a joke out of something that fucked up somebody's way of thinking and did things horrific? She's just ick. It's not a joke. Ugh.
Questions here. Hang on, everybody.
Hey, Janice.
Oh, hold on. Let's see. Okay.
Get with it, lady. Do it, lady. She's coming back up, though. Don't fret.
Okay, hang on. I just have to send her a link. So hang on here just a second.
God almighty.
Everybody
It's the same
talk
link
amongst
she had
yourselves.
before. It's the same damn link that she had before. Why do you got to send her a new one?
Talk amongst yourselves. Okay, so she can't get back in. Okay, hang on. I'm going to send her another link. So hang on here.
Do, 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 do. Oh my God.
Link.
Oh,
There we go.
why is
Now,
Stacy quiet?
Let me do this.
Wake up, Stacy.
I
Okay.
fell asleep.
Sent to email. It's actually a StreamYard issue tonight. So there's a problem with StreamYard. So hang on here.
I understand that.
Mm,
I love Jolene. She cracks me the F up.
Okay, hang on here. I'll do one thing. Can you read a few messages in chat, my darling, while I do this?
What,
'Cause
Andy?
I'm so apt at doing all these technical things. I have. Oh, wait, there she is. There she is.
Oh, she's
Hi
back.
there. We always tell everybody that the only way you get kicked off of this live stream is Chad and his portal. So,
Makes
we're-
sense.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's in there on death row in his portal shooting zombies, and then he comes in here and messes with us because we. I don't know if you know this, and then we'll get back to Monkey Vaughn. There's letters from Chad, that obnoxious.
Shooting zombies. You're real funny, Trisha. What's up, Andy? Andy's like, hold the phone.
Page where Chad
Andy's so
Daybell writes
excited.
letters to people to try and change the narrative. Just so
Yes.
maddening. He has a Facebook page, which I'm assuming it's Emma operating, calls
Mhm.
Letters from Chad, and that's where you can send messages to Chad. Well, it's so funny. They'll put the new letter from Chad up on the Facebook page, and it'll say like 27 comments, and you go and look, and every comment has been removed because it's a negative comment. So we started Letters to Chad on Facebook, and I want people to go there and put whatever.
Oh, that's interesting. Being that John is the essay profiler, right? The third party. Interesting. Hey, stay humble. Good to see you.
Whatever the hell they want to Chad. And not that he'll ever see it, but it's just a great way to get your frustrations out.
It feels good, right?
It
just
does. It
feels
feels
good. Yeah.
Now, Stacey, you had some questions about Michael Vaughn.
I just had one question. So, Lauren, I was wondering what you think of, well, in Stacey's confession, something is missing. I don't think that's all that happened. It doesn't make any sense. I think he's trying to minimize what happened. I was wondering what you think about that.
This isn't the brightest bunch. I'll say that, to say the least.
Here we go.
Like really, like honestly, like a bunch of low IQ. Just really, like honestly, like a bunch of low IQ.
We got low IQ, 4, 2 lingos. Look at that. Right here and right here. And we got right here. So I think we have 3. Did we get this one before? I don't know. But we got a whole bunch of lingos. Let's just celebrate the lingos. We don't need to count them. Because we only have one spot left, and it's Talks to Grayson. They are just low IQ. She's such a bitch. Like, y'all can't even work fucking StreamYard. Isn't that low IQ?
This isn't the brightest bunch. I'll say that, to say the least. Like really, like honestly, like a bunch of low IQ. Just, I have nothing good to say about them. But
can I just say they're dirtbags, in my opinion?
They're dirtbags. Yeah, they are. Horrible people. And the motive in the probable cause is that Brandon wanted to sell a child and that they would get a $10,000 split.
Yep.
I don't know if they're being very clear about their motive. And I wonder if they had intent to do something with Monkey themselves, to abuse Monkey themselves, if you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And whether, I don't even want to speculate what happened to Monkey. I wouldn't be surprised though if they had this atrocious plan to take a child, found him, the opportunity represented itself, and once they did that, they were not prepared for how this would go, and that they didn't know what to do, perhaps, and then didn't want to let him go, so
they're talking about Stacey and Sarah Wandra. This is how interested she is at the moment. And then Stacey is just there. She's just Stacey.
Just, the ending, like horrible. So that's one. Look, I don't even want to speculate about what happened. I actually hope that something did happen. If there's one thing, I hope that he didn't suffer too long. He clearly suffered. I'm not pretending.
Stop,
like,
Lauren.
He did. All I can think is it could have been worse. But I do wonder if they're telling the truth about the.
It could have been worse. What is she? What? Oh my God! What is she even talking about? It could have been worse. How the fuck could it have been any worse?
Too long. He clearly suffered. I'm not pretending. Like he did. All I can think is it could have been worse. But I do wonder if they're telling the truth about the motive. I guess is my thought. But I do think that maybe it didn't go as planned because Monkey was crying and frightened and upset. And rather than letting this little boy go home, they thought, let's take care of him because then we won't.
Then we're protected.
trouble.
Then we won't get in trouble. Yeah.
Right.
Piece of crap.
Stop.
Bipolar Express says, didn't Sarah always want to kidnap someone?
You know, there's a lot of
Their chatter is called Bipolar Express. Bipolar Express. When people tell you who they are and who their chatters are, listen to them. Listen to them. Oh, fuck. All right, let's keep going.
talk of them wanting kids. In fact, we're going to be releasing John's episode or interview with Stacy tonight on YouTube publicly for the first time. You know, our Patreon subscribers had seen that last year, but nobody else.
Oh,
We never
last
released
year?
that publicly. And
you had it behind a paywall for a whole year. Wow.
Stacy Wondra, I will say he talks a lot about his childhood because that's what John does. He delves into the past of Stacy a little bit, and he talks about his childhood and becoming infertile because of an accident, and that he could not have children.
Ew.
And then he talked about how his wife Sarah had wanted a child and talked about wanting a child. Then he talks about how much
wanting a child. She's like, what? Those dirtbags with low IQ want children? How dare they?
wanted a child and talked about wanting a child. Then he talks about how much he loves kids, but it was kind of weird. Like he's the favorite uncle to his nieces and nephews. And he kind of just goes on about how much he loves kids. Yeah, this is in the interview with John. He just loves kids to the point where it got a little weird to me. There's all sorts of strange inferences. Again, it's an abstract interview. You can listen to it and see what you think. It's disgusting.
And so that'll be released tonight on your YouTube channel.
Yeah, if not already. In fact, hold on, pause real quick.
Okay.
Oh, what are we doing? Are we
'Cause there
talking
is
to
the
Grayson?
one that he did like a while ago. That's there.
Yeah.
I think we're talking to Grayson, and I think we got a full ass lingo card today. Hell yeah.
Ramen.
Egghead.
I'm hungry.
Dreadhead. Shaking my dreads.
That's what I'm talking about. Oh, thank you, Mama Bear. Thanks for rewinding. Kresha, if you do get served by this bish, you got a lot of people that will help you get a lawyer. As a matter of fact, there's been people saying that it wouldn't be a bad idea to get a victim, I don't know what they called it, but some kind of a victim's advocate lawyer type person. But yeah, if you do get served by her, you definitely have a lot of help behind you, Kresha. And we filled up the lingo card. Congratulations, guys.
Okay. It's so we're re-exporting, you know what that means, the video. There was an issue, so we're actually trying to get it posted. So it'll be posted tonight. It'll probably take a little bit. You know how long it takes to upload videos to you usually go live. That's why we go live, right? It's easier to go
it's so much easier. It is so much easier to go live. That's why we're starting a Patreon channel, and I don't know if I told you about it. It's called Time of the Crime, and Stacy and I are doing it, and I'm doing all the work, and Stacy.
Okay, so Trisha and Stacy are doing a Patreon thing. Listen to this. As Lauren reads chat.
She takes all the credit, of course.
You know what her sweaters remind me of, too? When I was in, like, elementary school, it was in the 80s, and I had those sweaters that had, like, the sheep, and, like, there'd be, like, all these sheep, and then one would be, like, gray, or one would have a heart on it or some shit. Do you guys remember those shirts? I know there's got to be some Gen Xers that remember those shirts.
Yeah.
It's actually kind of the opposite. But we're going to talk and go deep into a crime. And then we're going to tell you what life was like during that year of the crime. and we're going to have all kinds of different unusual things about that time that how people lived during that time.
A moderator?
So we're going to start that. We're trying on December 13th. It's a Saturday, but it'll be on a Saturday night at 10:30 Eastern, and we're going to go live on Patreon. And so we're going to dress up like the time period, and then it's going to be really, really fun. And our first case, I'll tell you the year, is 1968. So we're both going to be hippies. And it will be the year after the Summer of Love in San Francisco. But we have like the telephone. You know, Lauren, there are people like my son who, when he first saw a rotary phone, he didn't know what, he picked it up and he literally didn't know what to do with it. And that's, you know, it's so hard for us to understand that. But a lot of people don't know it. I've got an actual rotary phone from 1968 that I'm going to show. I've got a Sears catalog that is 500 pounds and about this big from 1968. And so it's going to be a lot of fun. And the case we've chosen is so bizarre and creepy. You guys are going to love it. So I'm really excited about that.
They're going to dress up as the time from the crime.
So, and I understand about Patreon. We're going to charge a flat fee. It'll be $5 and you'll get 4 shows a month. So we're hoping that will take off. I'll tell you more about it when it gets a little closer. But
that sounds so wonderful. That sounds so fun. Can't wait
really
to be.
excited.
So does Stacy actually show herself in these?
4 shows a month. So we're hoping that will take off. I'll tell you more about it when it gets a little closer. But
that sounds so wonderful. That sounds so fun. Can't wait
really
to be
excited.
a Patreon member. Yay.
Really excited to it. So anyway,
You mean you're not already a Patreon member of your friend? Can't wait to be a Patreon member. Yay. She says yay.
I'll tell you more about it when it gets a little closer. But
That sounds so wonderful. That sounds so fun. Can't wait
really
to be
excited.
a Patreon member.
really
Yay.
excited to it. So anyway, so we're waiting for Dr. John's interview. And when did he do this interview with Stacy?
Hey, Metal.
He did this interview of January 26, 2024.
Okay.
And for reasons that, you know, many people don't understand always what's going on behind the scenes, but for 4 reasons, we kept it quite
She
private.
did,
It was,
Charla.
a live that we did not make we didn't have a chat turned on or anything, and we just had it on our Patreon Hidden True Crime. And then I the next day did one live on YouTube with him so that people could join that chat. But John's has never been shared publicly beyond our
Hey,
small
Jackie.
Patreon community. But tonight we're going to make that live. We yesterday we put forward the probable cause. I read through all the probable cause.
The probable cause
horrendous.
is
It's
awful.
horrendous.
Yeah.
So when you understand the probable cause, I think revisiting these interviews is now important because people were confused back then. They didn't understand.
I'm still confused by
what
you.
was going on. If that makes sense. And so I want to now, with the understanding of the probable cause, that's the video I put up, I think yesterday or the day before. It's called Horrific Confession. Behind inside the murder charges. I want to finally be able to make this video with Dr. John public, talking to Stacy Wondra. And then I also, recommend revisiting, you know, my interview with him too. But John's has never really been heard before. So yeah.
I'm sure it's very
I don't know if you
appropriate.
can answer this, and if you can't, just say I can't. But did the police hear? I'm assuming the police heard it.
What?
I assume that they did.
What? So wait a minute. Wait a minute here. They did a private interview with Stacy, and she says, I'm assuming the police heard it, but it was in their Patreon. So let's bounce off that thought of the third party. The third party doing the interviews. And they couldn't release it until after the charges. Who was it that brought that up in chat? Was it Dr. Vanda? I can't remember who it was. Vanda? Fuck, I'm forgetting names today. But remember, she said a third party asked them to do it? She said it was a third party, and she said the police have seen it. And she's like, I'm assuming they have. And she's got
For making it happen.
a shit-eaten
Thank
grin.
you
Bridget
for making
Harrison.
it happen. Thank you.
One crime. Woman. Thank you so much for your super chat. You guys are funny.
The lawn crime.
You think Brandy asked them to do it and then keep it behind a paywall, though? It was Andy. It was Andy. And I don't think Andy's here no mo. Andy, if you're listening, you were onto something, girl.
I don't know if you can answer this, and if you can't, just say I can't. But did the police hear? I'm assuming the police heard it.
I assume that they did.
Okay, we'll leave it at that. Okay, but yeah, I hope that when you watch this interview with Dr. John and Stacy, I part of me says I want you to read the probable cause, and the other part of me says, "For God's sake, don't read it." But you almost have to. And then
If they didn't turn that into the police, there's definitely something wrong. You're welcome, Bridget.
and listen to this to understand just how manipulative this guy is, just how evil he is, you know, saying he loves kids and his uncle he's the best uncle. And then hearing what they did to Michael Vaughn. It's the most twisted thing you'll ever hear. It really
Well,
is.
and there are a lot of comments on the original link to John's interview saying, I believe him. I don't think he did it. There's nothing suspicious about this. I believe him. I mean, it's just, you know, that's why we're in this is it's just and now he, you know, I realize that he hasn't been convicted and it's all alleged, but reading the probable cause and listening to his interview is very difficult. I'll just say.
Yeah, it absolutely is. Well, Lauren, I want to get back to Melody Buzzard. We could keep you here all night, and one
Please
day I
don't.
probably will, and you'll just keep answering all of our questions forever. But you've been here almost a full
Well, she can do 9 hours. I mean, come on. The chick has stamina. Come on.
hour, and I so appreciate it. But I do want to talk about Melody Buzzard for just a little bit
Absolutely.
more and put up a picture. And it's so hard to see. Hang on just a second here.
Oh my God.
It's
do you have
hard to
anything
see, but
ready?
there she is. Again, she may not look anything like that. You just got to take a look at the face, at her face. She may not have that hair. She may not be wearing these clothes. And we think she's somewhere in Utah. And again, you know, you've been following this since day one. And I don't know, do you think the theory that you can't put logic into Melody's mom's, Ashley's, you know, drive, what she did, because she's just mentally ill. The woman's mentally ill.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, Stacy helped me make a little bit more sense of it tonight, that maybe made me a little bit more hopeful. There is the idea that she could be safe, but we've also heard many mothers say that their children are safe
Oh, I thought she was talking about Stacey Wondra. Sorry.
when they are not.
They are not,
Well-
and they don't want to admit what they did to their child.
Right.
Yeah.
That they are that horrible of a mother.
Yeah. Right.
And
or if they're that mentally ill, do they
Right.
think that what
Yeah.
they did is
it's
make
okay.
their child safe?
Yeah. Well, and again, I want everybody to remember that the standard for insanity is this. Andrea Yates, that my heart breaks for that woman. She's the woman that drowned her children because she was forced to be with those children night and day when she was severely mentally ill, because the husband, Russell, was just a chauvinistic pig. But anyway, she drowned her children, laid them out on the bed, and then called the police and said, I saved them from hell. That's insanity. Going and hiding your child, or killing them and then hiding it and hiding from the police, you have guilty knowledge. That's not insanity. That's basically what the law is. So we're all just hoping that Melody is alive. The family feels she's alive. People that know Ashley, her mom, think she's alive. Nobody can believe that Ashley would do anything. And I'm going to just hold on to that hope, even though we talked about the awful alternative. So we'll be watching for your channel, Lauren, to see your latest on Melody. And I can't wait to hear Dr. John's interview with Stacy, because it's going to, now that we've seen the probable cause in the Michael Vaughn case, it's going to take on a real evil twist to it.
It is.
And the
is.
reason why we have to do this is we have to learn about these people.
We do.
Learn so we can watch and we can warn. That's the best we can do.
We need to learn about these people so we can watch and we can warn. We're watching and I'm warning right now. Do not get your facts from these two people.
Exactly. Just because somebody is simple and says they didn't do it and they love kids doesn't mean there is more going on. I know we've got to become more aware. Right. And it's God bless both of these, families looking for these two children. I realize that Ashley, Melody's mother, might not be looking for her, but the world is, and her family, extended family is. So.
And one other thing, we've had this mentioned in chat several times. From what I understand, and Stacy, you can answer this too. Ashley's family has said they believe she is bipolar, correct?
Ashley's mother said that.
Yeah. So, and again, just because you're bipolar doesn't mean you do evil things, but sometimes if it's not treated.
Oh my God. They're talking about this woman and oh my God. I can't with these. I can't with them.
It can be out of control and you can be, severely ill. So we'll keep our fingers crossed. Lauren, will you come back again soon?
Black. Wow, Young Black. That's crazy. I remember when Andrea Yates' case happened too. I learned a lot later on about, her condition and how she was left alone. I mean, her husband was working and I don't know. That was just a fucking sad case.
Severely ill. So we'll keep our fingers crossed. Lauren, will you come back again soon?
Absolutely. Thanks for being here. And for any hidden gems that are here, please consider subscribing to Web Sleuths, any of the hidden gems that are here. Or so yeah, you're in.
For any of the hidden gems, consider subscribing. Wouldn't they already be subscribed, Lauren? Are you just now saying that?
Gems that are here, please consider subscribing to Web Sleuths, any of the hidden gems that are here. Or so yeah, you're an incredible channel. You've been at this so long. You care so much. And it's wonderful that you continue to try to bring justice for victims and also facilitate such a wonderful community that really sincerely tries to help. And, you partner with an incredible organization too. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Lauren. And everybody, please go to Hidden True Crime and subscribe. Great channel. Wonderful people, Dr. John and Lauren and Grayson. Thank you all so much and give our love to everybody. Okay.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Lauren. We'll talk soon.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah, I was glad to see Lauren on. She looks good too. She's so beautiful and she truly is a wonderful human being.
Is she,
so,
Trisha?
Anyway, and thank you, everybody. You guys have been so great in chat. Thank you. Thank you.
She a wonderful human.
And our mods have been wonderful too. Absolutely fabulous. Absolutely fabulous people. So let's see here. I just want to see if we had any other questions.
Stacy.
And we'll put the meal train link in the description as well for Brandy and her family. Okay. Oh, thank you. Thank you. My Miracle Mama says I gave to DNA Solves too. Thank you. And we'll put the link to DNA Solves in there as well. That is so kind of you to do. Stacy, do you have any other thoughts about tonight?
No, except one that I
spit it out.
It has me torn and distressed, but you always hear that they love this person, they would never hurt them, and then
Pink, that's why we had to have lingo to get through this one, because it was really bad. I appreciate everybody who toughed through it with me.
Like Lori's family.
Oh, remember Lori's family just
Yeah.
stuck up for her. She would never hurt those kids. There's no way. That
Sure.
interview didn't end well. Didn't age well either.
Yeah, and that really bothers me, and that's why I really hope people will, share Melody's poster and look out, if you see anybody that looks like her, and you
And
think it's
again,
her.
I want to stress, I don't care if you feel foolish, if you think, oh, that wasn't really her. It doesn't matter. Call one of these numbers.
I know, and I want those texts released, man. I want to see Marissa. Marissa said, I hate to think what Lauren has said about Trisha. I think she already went to Trisha and apologized, but I don't know if Trisha knows the extent of it. You know what I mean?
Numbers 805-681-4171 or 805-681-4150. And hold on, guys. I want to put up the link to the... is this
Do
the
it, lady.
website? Yeah. Here we go. Here is Melody Buzzard's...
All right, that's enough of that. You guys need a little palate cleanser?
It's time to get happy. It's time to
All right, it's time to get on out of here, guys. We've been live. It's only been 2.5 hours, but we went over a lot. That exhausted me. So we're going to get on out of here. What do you think? And tomorrow we will start going over Dr. John and Stacey Wandra. I'm thinking around 11-ish. Thank you guys for joining me. Let me come back on camera and say goodbye. I always have to say goodbye to my friends. Goodbye, friends. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday with McSpunky. Let's get in the Cooter DeVille. And then we're going to jam out with McSpunky.
A Cooter DeVille. I think the devil drives a Cooter DeVille.
Thank you, moderators.
I saw the dreadlocks over the hill. Not against her will. I got time to deal. Wait
His
on it.
face.
Cootersville.
Oh, Penny coming in at the very end with a $20 super sticker. Thank you so much. I hope you guys had fun playing Lingo. I enjoyed it. But we'll have a good review tomorrow. Thank you, Kresha, for being here. You guys check out Kresha. She does amazing research. And let's get wild with McSpunky, Vinnie Politan style. Cooterville loves you too. We're in the Cooter DeVille. Let's go. Thank you, Flo.
It's time to get happy. It's time to get funky. It's time for us to smile. 'Cause here comes Max Spunky. It's time to get happy. It's time to get funky. It's time for us to smile. Because here comes Max Spunky. It's time to get happy. It's time to get funky.
Hold on, I gotta show you his face.
It's time for us to smile. 'Cause here comes Max Spunky. They snap on it, play to funky. It's time you are all on it for it, funky. When it fun, get it fun, yeah. 'Cause here comes Max Spunky. It's time to get happy. It's time to get funky. It's time for us to smile. Because here comes Max Spunky. It's time to get happy. It's time to get funky. It's time for us to smile. Because here comes Max Spunky. It's time to get happy. It's time to get funky. It's time for us to smile. 'Cause here comes Max Spunky. They snap on it, flick the funky. It's time you are all on it for it, funky. When it fuck, get it fun, yeah. 'Cause here comes Max Spunky.
Thank you, Vinny, for the McSpunky song. You guys have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow. Stay out of trouble, Cooters. I love you guys. Thank you.